So I was asked about the prosperity gospel and if it's a biblical thing that if you have enough faith or you live righteously, that God is going to bless you, He's going to heal you, He's going to provide everything that you want in your life. Like He's going to give you success and riches and all these different things. And the opposite side, if you're suffering, that means you lack faith or you're living in sin. So it's saying that God's favor towards us is shown in material gain and comforts and all of those things. But is that true? Job starts off and he says, "This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil." So we see that Job was a faithful man and he lived for God. But if you know anything about the story of Job, what happens is he loses his entire family. They all die in an event. He loses all of his cattle, all of his animals that he had, because he was a rich man. He had so much stuff. He lost all of his servants in disaster. He literally lost everything. Not only that, but then he lost his health. He was covered with boils and like scars and all these different things. And then his friends ended up beating him down, saying that he was a sinner, that he was like failing morally. But Job, he stand firm with God that entire time. So righteousness does not necessarily guarantee physical prosperity. Or maybe the idea that bad things happen to bad people and good things happen to good people. That's not a biblical stance, because technically everybody's bad when you look at the Bible. After all of this, Job ends up confronting God. He actually stands before God and they have this discussion, and God literally checks him for saying, like, you were righteous and you did all these things, but you're doubting me. Like, who are you to question me, the God who created the universe? And then after all this happens, God blesses Job with double of what he actually had. But that wasn't the end goal. Job was not being faithful to receive what he lost. He was faithful to receive God, because he said in chapter 121, he says, "The Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." So the prosperity gospel says the Lord gives. He don't take away. But the biblical stance is the Lord sometimes gives and the Lord sometimes takes away. So blessed be the Lord when He gives things to you, but blessed be the Lord when He takes things away.